Hey guys, I'm making this video after yesterday's game. PSG nil, Manchester City 2. Huh? Was that? What? PSG 4, Manchester City 2. How the did that happen? Well, in today's video, we're going to explore that. And I just want to make a few comments about the team, see whether you agree with me or disagree. But remember, they're my thoughts, my comments, assholes. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got an opinion. So here come mine. So at the moment, excuse me, Manchester City remind me very much of internet dating. That sounds weird, I know, but here's why. So if you ever go onto a dating site, for those of us that are single, and you see a picture or a photo of someone that looks extremely attractive, and you really like them and you want to contact them and get together with them, they look really lovely. They have a beautiful figure. They look like a supermodel. They're your type of person. But as you scroll down the page, you see more pictures. And what I've noticed is on the dating sites, as you scroll down, the pictures begin to age. So when you get to the bottom, you see what they really look like now. And it's about 40 years older than the original picture and about 70 pound heavier. So that's Manchester City. I turn on the TV, I watch them. I know it's City because the announcer says so, and I recognize the players. What I don't recognize is the way that we play. Now, I'm not going to make this whole video criticizing our team. There's enough people out there that do that. But I am going to make a few points, and I want to hear what you think, what your thoughts are, whether they're different to mine or whether they're the same, and where we're actually at. So first of all, let's talk generally. We all know our team, City, play the possession game. And what we also know is it requires a lot of legs and a lot of energy, neither of which we appear to have at the moment. There's no doubt about that. Our players look exhausted. So here's my thought. Pep needs to either change the formula from total control to something different, at least until we get younger, more athletic players who totally understand the system. And if you look at it another way, if we look at Doku, Savinho, and Haaland, not to mention the new signing that I call Mush Mush, they're all very, very fast. Very fast. So maybe, just maybe, we should abandon this possession game of ours at least until the end of the season. Abandon the tiki-taki and let's go more direct. And by the way, whatever happened to us pressing and retaining possession within a few seconds of losing it? We used to do that all the time. Now we just stand back, we stand off. And my question is, how long will this last? Well, my feeling is because the players look so tired and they clearly are struggling in this system, I think we're going to struggle for the rest of the season. And with the new signings, it's going to take time for them to bed in. And that could be next season as well. But I still believe in Pep, and I do believe we're on the right path. So let's look at the areas of the team, section by section, starting with the defense. Excuse me. Ederson, to me, I never really like commenting on goalkeepers, but he doesn't look the same, Eddie. You know, his distribution is even not quite as good as it used to be, and he is making calamitous mistakes. I don't know. Is he our number one? That I won't call out. That's up to Pep. But if we look at our defense for 1 minute, we have Nunez, who's not a fullback. We have Akanji, who, by the way, made a tremendous run and made a brilliant goal. But defensively, it's not the same player. He looks all over the place. You can't fault Diaz. Unfortunately, he was substituted. He got booked very early. So, again, whether that was a cautious move or an injury move, Gvardiol, love the guy. What a great baller. Running forward, I love that guy. Running back, nightmare. Real nightmare. He struggles to get back. Either way, our defense looks all over the place. I got to be honest with you. Now, is it their fault or is it the fault of the midfield? Good question. Let me give you my thoughts on that. So, if you look at the midfield of Kovacic, Silva, De Bruyne, wholly ineffective. I'm sorry, and I love KDB, don't get me wrong, but yesterday was not his day. You're either going to get one of two things from him, either the greatest player on the pitch and on the in the whole Premier League, or one that's not too effective. Yesterday wasn't that effective. Now, I know what you're going to say. 1 minute of magic from KDB can unlock every defense in the world. And you're right. We just didn't see it yesterday. Silva, I'm sorry, man. I love him as a person. I really do. And he's given everything to City. He's been a great servant. But my opinion, he should be out of the team. He should be sold. I'm sorry, not our guy. KDB, by the way, I would give a 1 year extension to, but just 1 year at this stage. Kovacic, jury's still out. He's had brilliant games. He's had nightmares. Yesterday, a nightmare. Is he good enough to be our CDM? No, I don't think he is. Is he good enough to play alongside a CDM? That's a different question, and I'll get to that later. But if you look at the forward line, Foden, Savinho, and Haaland, Foden, I don't care what you say, guys. Foden still looks off it to me. I don't care what you say. He looks off it. Now, I know he's been scoring a few great goals lately. Can't fault him for that. But I did notice that his tracking back is non-existent. Every time a player got past Foden, he barely chased back. Barely. Savinho, fast, very skillful, but his end product, not there yet. Great player. Would I play him every game? No, I wouldn't. And I probably would rotate between him and Doku, who, by the way, I prefer Doku to Savinho. I know most of you prefer the other way around, but I prefer Doku. Haaland, I could never fault the guy. Obviously, he signed the big contract, but believe me, his link-up play is getting better. It really is. But I want to talk a little bit about the subs now at this stage. Lewis, like him, great kid, one of our own, but not ready for the team. Just not ready, not physically strong enough, unfortunately. Probably has all the skills in the world, but not strong enough. McAtee, you're going to hate me for this, sell him. You know, being brought on as a sub and producing a couple of minutes of magic or a goal, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Put him on for 90 minutes, you can hardly see him. Reminds me of Cole Palmer in a lot of ways. Do I think we'd regret selling him? Maybe. But we've got to have the best of the best. And to me, McAtee and Lewis, I'm not saying we should sell Lewis because he's one of our own, as is McAtee, but I wouldn't sell Lewis, but I would sell McAtee, which brings us to Grealish. I don't care what anyone says about Grealish. He is the only player in our team, the only player who you could class as a truly classified box-to-box player, and the only player that I know, and we all know, retains possession better than anybody else. Please do not sell Grealish. Do not sell him. He has a big role to play, and he should be in the team right now. The only box-to-box midfielder that we have, with the exception of Kovacic. But to me, Grealish has a lot more defensive skills. Love the guy. Don't sell him, Pep, please. Give him another couple of years because he's a big asset. Now, talking about CDMs, you know what? One of our players who was on the subs bench never gets a shout or hardly ever, and that's O'Reilly. And he's the guy I'd love to see next to Cover. O'Reilly, young kid, very strong, very skillful. Come on, Pep, give him a goddamn shot. And if you're not going to use him, use Gvardiol there. Put Gvardiol next to Cover. They know each other. They know how they play. Give Gvardiol a chance. Now, Are we going to be shit forever? Well, I don't think so. But on the good side, our new signings will definitely strengthen that defense. And Mush Mush definitely will add to our attack. I'm really excited about him. But where the fuck are the midfielders, Pep? Tiki, everybody? We need midfielders because people are playing through our midfield like it's non-existent. And guess what? It's fucking non-existent. Make changes to the midfield, Pep. Changing the defense is not going to make any difference if people can still play all the way through us without a midfield. My thoughts today. What are your thoughts, guys? Where do we need more strengthening? Maybe it's Douglas Luiz from Villa. Either way, I don't care, but bring in more midfielders, Pep. Have a great day, Blues, and let's hear your comments and thoughts below. Thank you.